So everybody has a dream. It's something we all want to do, whether it's write a book, travel the world, fall in love, get the dream job, car, house, whatever. We all have a dream. We have some sort of goal in mind. And the way society is structured at the moment, a lot of people aren't really doing what they're meant to be doing. They're not really achieving what they're meant to be achieving. The Dalai Lama said it best that what the world needs now is more storytellers, more artists to, in a sense, redress that balance that's happened in society. But what you find is you find people who have this amazing talent and potential, and what they do is they squander it. They don't use it because there's fear that they have to conform to what society wants of them. That there's this definition of what it means to be successful, to have a job, a house, 2.4 kids, or to have a business and to, in a sense, a nose to the grindstone kind of attitude. And invariably, what you find is that these people who do the right thing, or what is supposedly the right thing, don't really get anywhere in life. Year in, year out, they're working their job in order to get to that pension that is barely covering them. So there's just this lifetime spent, in struggle, in fear of what's going to happen if I lose my job, if I don't pay my bills. And on the other side, you have the so-called outcasts and rebels of society, and they suffer. They do suffer. But they stick to their goal and they're true to their dream. And when they succeed, God, they do succeed big. And they're looked up to, today's outcast is tomorrow's hero, and they're looked up to their, whereas they were shunned before, now they're fated by all of society as somebody who's made a positive difference. And we look up at our heroes, and we're like, wow, I want to be like these people. And yet that courage and that resolve that the hero has demonstrated is in all of us, and it's something that we can all do. Rumi talks of, you take a step on the path to doing whatever you want to do, the path will appear. So if you're going to do something, go do it. Don't worry about if there isn't the resources, the time, the energy, or if there's certain situations that are there, or you're being told that you've got to do a certain thing because you've got to conform and be a good son, a daughter, a husband, a father, a wife, or whatever you've got to be. You have this song inside you, and it's there to be sung. It's not there to be kept hidden. The world is so much more poorer because you've not sung your song. You've not done what you're meant to. And you can change the lives of whether it's one person or a million people, or however many people you're meant to help, or however many people's lives you're meant to change, if only you would take that step. Lao Tzu said it so well, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but you've got to take that step. And yes, I made this video with one person in mind, but I find that there's this pattern happening in society now where we're being told to conform, to do the right thing. And the right thing, when you really look at it, probably isn't. Do what you're meant to be doing. It really comes down to that. And you'll find that, yes, it may be hard at times. And yes, you may feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall. I engage in public speaking, as many of you know. And I think if I had a pound for every time I've sat in a room, or and there's been no one there, or I've talked to people that have disagreed, then I'd probably be very, very well off and wouldn't need to do this. Yet I persist, and people come and I talk and I get to share, something that I enjoy doing. And it hasn't been easy at times, but would I change it for anything else? No, not really, because this is my truth. And invariably, as however it's happening, however large or small it is, it's my thing. I enjoy that. You know, most of the times I'm tired because I'm working jobs and also talking and everything, but God, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm kind of really enjoying it. You know, and it's my sincerest wish that others live the lives that they're meant to. And yes, it can be hard, and yes, there is that fear that, oh no, how will this happen or that? But trust in what is, that life will take care of you. You know, if I look back on my life, and really if you look back on your life, you'll find there's times when the situation was homeless. Sorry, the situation was hopeless. God, it was hopeless. And yet something happened and you find a way out. I talked to a guy who came to one of the talks that I do in Glasgow, and he was telling me about a situation where he decided he wanted to volunteer with a youth organisation, and his wife was pregnant. He was going through all sorts of personal upheavals, and he wasn't paid for 6 months. It was purely voluntary role, but somehow he found a way out, and he's now doing something he loves. And you can only really, in a sense, kind of commend that kind of attitude, that this person stuck through thick and thin and was true to their goal. And that's a courage that no doubt, you know, he probably didn't think he had, and yet he did when the situation demanded it. And that courage and that sense of resolve and that patience is in all of us. We just feel it's not, and it is. So whatever you wish to do, whatever you think is right, have the attitude that go ahead and do it, and that it will take care of itself. Because when you're in line with your true purpose in life, miracles happen. And it's my sincerest wish that you live your life according to its truest purpose, and then maybe, just maybe, you know, we can go some way towards addressing the imbalances that are in society, making the place better. Why? Because people are doing what they're meant to be doing.